Okie dokie. So I'm back with the 2005 Ford 500 and the alternator from hell. Um, right now, we're currently under an ant infestation here, so I can't wait to get this done and get out of this. I feel like I'm itching already just by looking at all these ants all over the place. But I've contemplated over the last 3 days over the Memorial Day weekend how to do this, and I think I have a plan. I haven't seen anybody else do it, so I'm going to try it and I'm going to post it. So if it works, I'll be able to share it. I'll be right back. So first, I got to get this wheel off, and I'm going to try to do this quickly but safely because I'm not a really big fan of these sugar ants. Can you actually see this? Look at these things; they're amazing. They will find a way at anything. Look. Little damn army. Anyway, I want to get done fast. So here's the new alternator, and here's the cover from hell. Now I'm going to show you how this cover fits on here because I'm going to try to put this together with the cover. So the cover fits on only one way, and you got this little clip right here that clips into that hole right there. And when you put this thing on, you see it lines up with that bolt hole and that bolt hole, leaving this bolt hole free. So I'm going to take this, put the wires on, the power wire and the connector, and then I'm going to put this up and mount it with this one bolt, and then try to slide the cover over it. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to actually put the cover in its place and push it in the back so that I have room to mount the alternator right there. Be right back. So I hope you can see this. I put the cover in first, and I had to like squeeze the plastic to get it to go in there. So now that the cover's in there, I'm going to mount the alternator. So be right back. So in a previous video, when I was taking the alternator, I showed you this 13 millimeter nut. And see, that's the little 10 millimeter nut that usually comes on these things. And it's usually a nightmare to work on. So I'm going to use the one that came off of it. Okay, I'm trying to get this almost impossible position. My hand's going to be in the way, but you'll get to see what I'm trying to do here. As you can see, this thing is tight and it only goes in one way. And see, this plastic case is already getting in the way. So let me try one time clipping it to the case and seeing if it fits, if I could squish the case in with it on the alternator. 1 sec. Well, by some miraculous feat, I kind of got it to fit in here with the cover on. Now, if I can twist it into position, because it's still got to turn a quarter, turn clockwise. Oh, there you go, people. So the cover's on and it's in position. Now, to get it bolted up and get the wires attached, let's get the wires out of the way. First, they belong on the back side of the alternator, not the front side. There you go. All right. I'm sorry about the camera angle and the tight space, but it is what it is. This is not a lot of space to do this kind of work. This bottom bolt mounted. I know my arms are going to be in the way for most of this stuff, but sorry. There's only enough room for my arms to barely get in here as it is. So let's get this one mounted. Okay, I got one bolt started.
The engineers don't think about the technicians.
Okay. Okay, so got one bolt in the bottom, and now I'm going to get the alignment bolt in the top. That's the bolt that came off that came off. So I'm just putting the bolt back in. Nope. I'm going to have to line it with the other bolt, with the other bottom bolt. It would be probably good to have 3 hands for this, so you can hold this in position and hold the plastic cover in position. Okay, let's snug that one up. That was the sound of the top bolt falling out of the hole because it wasn't positioned correctly. If you heard that jingle, jangle, jingle. And I'm old school. I'm hand ratchet guy. I don't use a lot of power tools. Mostly because I don't own too many. You know, I own drills and stuff for contracting, but not really for mechanical stuff. All right, so it's getting snug up there. I'm just gonna pull it up so I can get that other bolt started. And then once that's started, I gotta do the blind wire hookup. And yeah, it's blind. At least it's simple enough. Okay, let's put this inside so we get more of a turn. There you go. Sorry that all you're seeing is my arm. And I'll be editing most of this. Once again, I apologize for the view. Okay, we're snug. I'm going to get this last bolt up in the top now. We're going in with our 6mm to snug up the top bolt that the nut came off of. And it's too loose to actually put a ratchet handle on it. A ratchet won't even turn. It's very, very loose, as a matter of fact. Going in by hand easily. Already about 4 or 5 turns in by hand with no tension at all. That's to be expected. I believe this is an aluminum block on this engine. I don't work on these engines typically. You know, it's just helping who I can, and I ended up with this today. So this is what I got. I'm going to just barely bottom this bolt out because I don't want it to over torque into the aluminum casting because it's soft when I tighten up the other bolt. Or the nut, I should say, on the bolt. Now, put the nut on and tighten the top up. Then I could tighten the 2 bottom ones up, remount the power, and then it's all the fun of rerouting the belt. And I need to still go get the tensioner tool to get the belt back on. All right. Okay, so I got really, really lucky. And after I mounted the cover back on, I found a way to squish it in here, which is really squishing it in. And as you can see, if you can even see this, there's your alternator. It's back up. It has its cover on. I reclipped the harness to the cover. I reclipped the other side of the harness to the cover. And you can see I reattached the speed sensor. So hopefully you're seeing this video correctly. Now I'm going to put that tensioner back on, and then I'm going to align the belt and go get the tool, because we didn't get the tool. So be back in a minute. So I got the belt back on. The belt tensioner was a real pain in the ass, and you can only really put the belt on from below, and you got to put it above the alternator, then above, I guess that's AC unit up there, and the power steering unit over there, and then of course the crankshaft, and then around the tensioner. Anyway, I had to buy the tool. This is the tool. It's a whole kit. You get the 3/8, you get the 1/2 inch, and it comes with 4 different sockets that go to other tensioners. So it's a complete kit. Good purchase for $40. I know I'll use it again, so I didn't mind. So it's been dead so long, I need to jump start. So we got the Scooby van over here doing a jump start, and I just want to watch it turn and make sure the belt doesn't pop off. Although I'm pretty sure myself this belt's not going anywhere. But either way, I just want to make sure I see it, because I don't want to put the wheel well back in without knowing that everything's functional properly. So here we go. Here goes nothing. Okay, so we almost just lit the car on fire with this cheapo. Wow, it's a $40 pair of jumper cables, but they're just junk. So I'm bringing out my big guns. These are like $80. As you can see, they're 2 gauge. And they got this handy dandy dead battery tester, which you gotta love. So let's get this on here. Get this. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed on here, so you can see. All right, this actual battery only has 10.3 volts, so it's not starting. So we're gonna hook this up to the other car and get it started. Okay, we're back and we're about to start this thing. I put my jumper cables on, so we should have enough power to get this thing running. I just want to see these belts turn without popping off. All right, go ahead. Well, that looks good. Everything's functioning, in motion. No real shake to the engine. So I'm guessing we're good to go. Okay, I'm going to try to do this and you guys see it. So, we've got these silly compression screws. Let's start from the top. Take it from the top.
Yeah. I hope it's just like a little board. Or even a simple, like, one of the tube blocks.
Of course, I can't see the hole. Sounds like a personal problem. Oh, I remember this lip has to be inside. One.
I'm just really happy with her.
That was stripped one. Always fun. Two. Three. 4. These 3 right here, you don't have to take out. They come out with the whole thing by itself. Now, like I said, some of these broke, so we won't be putting some of them back in, and some of them are just stripped out. Number 6. And this one was stuck in it, so we'll just put this one back in there. And this will be the last one. And that one goes down there. And there you have it, people. Wheel wells back in. And now I just got to put the wheel back on, and we got to replace this one broken one and figure out what to do with these screws. He says he's just going to tape it up, so we're just going to, I've done what I have to do. Car starts, car's running, we're good to go. We're going to put this wheel back on, take another picture of it done, and we'll see you for the next one. So there you have it, all back together, ready to hit the road, Jack. So I'm done here with the Ford. That was exhausting, and it took longer than I thought it was going to take anyway again. But I did resolve the cover issue. If you snap the cover on and the right wheel is turned all the way right, you still got to squeeze it in there. It's like, it's plastic, so it squeezes. So you just squeeze it in with the plastic cover on it, and hopefully you put it in the right way so you can just give it that 1/4 inch turn and put it up. If you put it in the wrong way, you got to turn it around 90 degrees, and I don't know if that'll work. Anyway, guys, here we are. We're done, and I'm out. Over and out. And may the force be with you.